All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. Please let me know if you have any problem from your side. I have my fan on. I hope it's not causing problem. If I turn it off, I will be cooked barbecue. But today we have different barbecue. We have this genius who is the best liar right now exists in the state. And I mean, the Muslims, they think they are still living in the era where nobody knows about Islam no more. Likewise, like in the year 2000, when I was struggling to explain the garbage of Muhammad. They think they are still alive in that era where Americans do not know. So they think whatever they say, people they take and they accept and they believe and etc. That's it. So look at the title, Islamic Hygiene and Modern Science. Is that true? Yes, brother. It's true.
Yeah, sir. When they look at the words Islam and modern science, they may be thinking, what is the connection? And why are we having this show, especially in these times, in the age of coronavirus?
Exactly. I mean, people, they will be wondering, like, what the connection, brother? But Dr. Sabeel is going to explain to you the connection. There's a lot of correction there. Okay, tell us about the connection.
But in fact, inshallah, in this half an hour of
Inshallah.
show, you'll be amazed to find out
I'm amazed already. Are you kidding me?
that not only there is a connection,
Yeah.
but I would say that our modern science is catching up to the Islamic hygiene, is catching up to the Islamic etiquettes, Islamic solutions, preventive.
Stop. 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 Islamic etiquette. What? Etiquette. Oh, I don't know what I will talk about Islamic etiquette. I have a lot of Islamic etiquette here in front of me. I mean, your Quran is full of it. Your Hadith is full of it. So, I mean, Islamic etiquette. Okay, what? Tell us about the Islamic etiquette. Go ahead.
Measures and recommendations. Sure. For any of all of these reasons, that's the reason we are doing today's show, which is Islam and modern science, right? Inshallah.
And especially now with what's going on, many of us are at home because of, COVID-19, the coronavirus. And let's take a look at what our faith has to say about hygiene and how it kind of, compares with modern science and what we are hearing currently from the CDC.
When it comes to Islam, Islam gives a comprehensive way of life. It's solutions to humanity. He has
exactly. You marry 4 wives, you do not need to cheat, brother. You marry 4 wives and you can have in the top of them as many 4 as you want. And if they disobey you, you beat them. That's first the humanity. I mean, the first aid is beating your wife. And then you beat your children. And then you beat yourself to remember what happened to Al-Hassan al-Hussein. And then we do muta and have sex every day with a new woman and get AIDS. And this is the hygiene. Okay, continue.
Given us guidance of who is the creator, what is the purpose of life,
what is the
what will happen.
What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of life? According to the Quran, Allah said, the purpose of life, He created a human being and genie, which does not exist. I mean, what a genie? Many Christians, they think genie is a demon because they are ignorant. Even those who claim to be priests. Genie is not a demon. Muslims don't believe in demon. Genie is a creature who can even have sex with Muslim women. He is made from fire and he is shaitan. So he is not a demon. The Quran says the purpose of life. Let us switch to Arabic. Hold on. Sometimes my keyboard is stubborn. He don't switch. Finally switch. All right. So why Allah created? What is the purpose of life? This can be found in the Quran in chapter 51, verse number 56. It says, Allah, He did not create a human being and genie except to worship Allah alone. So whatever this guy, this fraud, he say is a lie. This is the only purpose for Allah. No other purpose. Purpose of life, Allah is bored. He is a lonely God. He decided to create somebody to worship Him alone. Nothing else, not like the God of the Christians. For God, He loved the world, He sent His only begotten Son. No. Allah is lonely. and it's boring. So he decided to create people, and decide you worship me. And not only that, Muhammad, he said in the hadith that if you are not to commit sin, Allah will destroy you and will bring people better than you who commit sin and ask for forgiveness. So committing sin is for the benefit of Allah. If you don't commit sin, this is the purpose of life. Allah, he wants people to be exist. Read carefully. This is Muhammad speaking. By him, in whose hand is my love. This is serious. Muhammad is swearing. If you were not to commit sin, Allah would sweep you out of the existence, and he would replace you by those people who would commit sin and ask for forgiveness. So the whole point is of the existence in Islam for a human being. You commit sin and please, Allah forgive me, Allah forgive me, please forgive me. And Allah sitting in his chair like, yeah, big more. What a garbage cult. Tell us more, Sabeelo, tell us more about the purpose of life in Islam. Go ahead.
In the hereafter, how can we go to paradise?
How we can go to
today we will just focus on the Islamic hygiene and the concept of the physical purity. First and foremost, it says in the Quran, chapter number 9, verse number 108, that Allah loves those who purify themselves.
Wonderful. Allah loves those who purify themselves. And how Allah he purify, how the Muslim they purify themselves? By killing the Christian. Chapter 9, the same chapter. Chapter 9, verse number 29 says that Allah, he sent Muslims to do jihad and kill every single Christian and every single Jew. Either they convert to Islam or they die. And the Muslim who die purify themselves by the blood of the Christians. Do you see how those scammers, they fool you? This is chapter 9. This is one of the most ugliest chapters in the Quran. Teaching literally about exterminating the Christians as if they are rats or cats from this earth. And if you want to live as a Christian or a Jew, you have to pay them, because Islam is nothing but a gang. But why you don't go now and tell us about the hygiene? The hygiene. I want to see the hygiene.
And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in one of his famous narrations, he said, right, Yasser, you remember this from Sunday school?
Do you remember it? Sunday school? Sunday school? They teach you this in Sunday school? Neither you remember it from Sunday school? Sunday school. The cleaning is half of the faith. First of all, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm not saying Muhammad is lying. I'm saying this is a lie. Because the cleaning have nothing to do with faith. There is people who they are prostitutes, who they don't only clean themselves, they take a shower with perfume. What does have to do with faith? There is atheists who they are very clean. What does have to do with faith? And there is people who they are homeless, but they believe in God more than all of us. And they did not take a shower for a year. And actually the Messiah, he said, it's not what go inside your mouth will make you dirty, it's what come out from your mouth. And this is very logical. So your prophet is saying something, nothing to do with the truth. Faith and being clean have nothing to do with each other. However, we will go with this lie. Was Muhammad a clean? Let us see if he was a clean.
Yes, I do remember.
Yeah,
I do remember.
me too. Cleanliness is half of the faith, right?
So if you are clean, is half of the faith. So if you are not clean, that means we strip you from your faith. Fair? Is that correct, guys? He's the one who said that. If you are not clean, that means half of your faith is gone. That's horrible. Because Muhammad not only wasn't clean, Muhammad was extremely filthy. I will play a little bit, and then we will show our reference, so everybody will laugh at this madness and the lies they say.
Wow, cleanliness is half of the faith. So
Wow.
that's how much adamant Islam is about keeping ourselves clean. But cleanliness itself is attached to paradise. There is a saying of Muhammad, peace be upon him, that the key to paradise is prayer, and the key to prayer is purification.
Okay, here we stop. I mean, that's it. So how the Prophet of Allah, he do purification? Remember, the key to paradise is a purification, a prayer. And the key of the prayer is a purification. So you cannot go to paradise unless you are pure. And he is trying to tell us that here, the word pure is about physically pure. Hygiene. Remember, the whole topic is about what? Is hygiene. So how the Prophet, he used to clean himself, Dr. Sabeel Ahmed?
If I ask you this question, that what is the #1 recommendation Center for Disease Control has for individuals?
What
would you say?
What will say?
It is to wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Hand washing, according to CDC, is the single most important means of preventing the spread of infection.
Oh, bad. I mean, this is bad. I mean, here you are getting my nerve. So this is the way to prevent. Was Muhammad washing hands, brother? Muhammad was not washing hands. Let us see some hadith. Actually, I wasn't expecting him to do. I did not watch the whole video. I just saw some of it. I move it around. But as long as he mentioned this, okay, let us see if Muhammad used to wash his hands. All right. Muhammad used to wash his hands. Are you sure, brother? Are you sure, brother? Okay. The messenger of Allah, may peace be upon him, took flesh from the bone or meat, and then he offered the prayer when he did not perform ablution, and he did not touch water. Do you see it, Dr. Sabeel Potato? So why you are lying to us, saying to us, the Prophet said, the Prophet said, the Prophet said, when the Prophet is dirty? According to you, to stop corona, the simple rule is to wash your hands. You're a prophet, and not only that, you are the one who said, the way of heaven is a prayer and a purity. And here we go, you're a prophet, he is not washing hands, and he is not doing ablution, which means he is not being pure. He did not even touch the water. Are you going to say to me this is the da'if? No, you cannot. A second ago you told the guy this is hadith from Muslim, so you accept Muslim, and this is Sahih Muslim. So look at those liars. They give you a speech about washing their hands, and their best clean man, supposedly he is the last one to wash his hands. Not only he don't wash his hand, I mean this guy, he just ate meat. And not only that, he did not perform ablution to go to pray, but he told the Muslim, you have to do that. So he don't do that. So look how they lie. They say the Prophet says wash your hands, but the Prophet don't wash his hands. Let us see if I can find different hadith, because there's tons of them. Just to refresh your memory. Let me first pause this link for you guys. Always, if you want to have a link, or something I show in the screen and did not post it, you can just search for the same words. Actually, here we go. The admin is posting. Thank you first. Okay, that's good. Let us see another hadith. I will try to find it in English first. Let us see. I don't know if I can find it in English. We found it in English. Hold on. No, this is not the this is not the one we want. Yeah, this is not the one. No, look like we cannot find it in this one in English. Let us see if we can find this one. Oh boy. Oh boy. Allah Messenger SAWFM shortwave longwave FM AM used to sleep in the state of sexual impurity without touching water. Do you see it? Who said that? Aisha. Another hadith. Ibn Abbas narrated that it is in the authority of Maymuna, another Muhammad. He have tons of women he slept with, so all of them, they are first hand expert. They saw Muhammad naked, they knew what he do. Allah apostle was given a towel, but he did not rub his body with it, but he did not like this with water. I eat, he took it off. Allah messenger would sleep when he is junub, which means he after having sex. He is still an impure, he is najis, filthy. And without touching water, performing ghusl. This is at-Tirmidhi. This is An-Nasa'i. Narrated by Ibn Abbas that the Prophet performed ghusl, what clothes was brought to him. Let us see. This is not the one we are looking for. Okay, hold on. So he go to sleep. This one they will say to you is da'if. So we have to show them the one is strong. Already we showed you a strong one, but this is da'if, brother. The Prophet, he go to bed and he sleep and he is filthy najis. Unclean. This one is da'if too. Hold on. Because you know they will say it's da'if. This is Sahih Muslim. They cannot say this is da'if. See, this is Sahih Muslim. Hadith number 354. This is different one. This is Sahih. This is Sahih, brother. Narrated by Salama, another woman he slept with, that the Messenger of Allah at meat from a shoulder. I think you want to say eight what? Hold on, I see the Arabic. He ate. This is a stupid error in the. He ate meat, and then Bilal come to him, and he went out to pray. He did not touch the water. So always Muhammad he get out after eating or sex without touching water. Let us see another hadith, and this is Sahih. The Messenger of Allah, he sleep while he is sexual defiled without touching water. Abu Dawood has blah 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 blah. Okay, say this is a Sahih. Sahih. So those people, they are giving us example about Muhammad saying wash your hands, but the fact Muhammad, as you see, he don't wash his hand, not before eating, not after eating, and not before sex and not after sex. Actually, some hadith says that sometime Muhammad he sleep with all his wives and he would do one wash. All the women, imagine how filthy he is. All the women. So those people, when they try to fool you speaking about Islamic hygiene, Muhammad is extremely filthy. Imagine yourself, you are a woman and you have a husband, God forbid, who have 13 wives. And then he don't wash, sleeping with one after one. Let us see the hadith about that to confirm what we are saying. It was narrated from Anas ibn Malik that the Messenger of Allah, PBUH, calcium, magnesium, went around all his wives and with only one performed ghusl. Went around, this is not a very good translation. It's about having sex with them. Read carefully. You see the the same hadith. Look how the Muslim they hide the story. In the one before it, they did not say intercourse. It says go around. The one after it, depending on the translator how honest he is. He used to have intercourse with his wives one after one with a single bathing, which means after he finished at the end, he do a bath. So if one of them she have corona, the rest will have corona. If one of them she have AIDS, the rest would have AIDS. If one of them she have sexual disease, the rest would have sexual disease, whatever you name it. And yet those liars in their videos, they say to us, the Prophet, he says, wash your hands. But as you see, he don't wash his hands. What else?
This is modern science. We know this.
Yeah.
According to the germ theory of infection developed in 1909, this is the recommendation that the best way to prevent the spread of germs from human to human, obviously we have to cover ourselves and we have.
Okay, hold on. Did he say cover yourself? Later they will say to you, maybe, I'm not sure, I did not see the whole video, that the Prophet said, cover your mouth. Muhammad, he said that because he told the Muslims, Shaitan will jump inside your mouth and he will laugh at you. Let us see. Because I'm sure he will say to you, cover your mouth. The Prophet, he said, you know, the Prophet said, when you sneeze, cover your mouth. I saw an article about it, by the way, and they are saying, look what the Prophet, he is saying, cover your mouth. Here we go. But look at the fabrication. For them, they claim that this is because of hygiene, when Muhammad saying that Shaitan, the reason for that, read carefully. The Messenger of Allah said that the sneeze is from Allah. Look at this madness. With Allah, if you sneeze, Allah will spread corona. Those idiots, they are telling us how to fight corona, Quran, corona. And yet, their prophet saying that sneezing is from Allah. Actually, the whole idea of wearing a mask, that you will not transform your saliva by sneezing to others. But Muhammad saying no. Sneezing is from Allah. And yawning is from Shaitan. Do you see how they flip the truth upside down? Do you see it? Because I'm sure now he will say to you, the Prophet, he says, cover your mouth. Let us see if he will say that.
To make sure we constantly wash our hands. So this is what Islam says. And these are all coming from the Quran, which is the word of Allah, or from the sayings of Muhammad, peace be upon him. That right after we wake up from the sleep, we just don't want to go to the internet and start working.
This is from the Quran? The Quran says that? Oh, okay.
Not even praying. Even before praying, we are supposed to go and wash our hands.
We are supposed to. Where this is coming from? From the Quran, the Hadith. Okay, can you show us?
So look at this. CDC in the 21st century, Islam, Muhammad, peace be upon him, way back in the 7th century.
We just showed you Muhammad, he go even have sex with all his wives without washing. He don't even wash his penis. We show you that your prophet, he never touched the water with his hand even after eating and before eating. So what are you talking about? And not only that, your prophet encouraging Muslim to sneeze, saying that the sneezing from Allah. What else?
Right? Alhamdulillah. The number 2 recommendation to prevent diseases or the infection or the coronavirus is the lockdown, right? Stay at home.
Lockdown. Lockdown. Okay, they will say to you that the Prophet says if there is an epidemic, don't enter there and don't leave there. But Muhammad, he said that disease, they don't spread from person to person. Let us show you how Muhammad, the idiot, how he can destroy mankind if they follow his teaching. Is that your prophet saying that diseases don't spread? Muslim transmitted the same hadith in the authority of Ibn Abbas. The Messenger of Allah forbidden it and had additional phrase of every word. This is not the one. Here we go. This is the one. لا عدوى ولا طيرة. The Messenger of Allah, they said, there is no infection and no evil omen, but there is nothing that may be a source of a trouble. then it could be in the house, a house, or a horse, a woman. Your prophet don't believe in infection, as you see. There's no infection. If somebody says to you there's infection, Muhammad says this is a lie. It's a lie. Do you see it? And this is Sahih Muslim, so you don't say this is weak. There is no transitive disease and no divination, but good omen pleases me. It was said that was what was good omen. He said, sacred words. So look at the madness and look at the stupidity. Muhammad, he told them that there is nothing is called transmittive disease. It does not exist. It's not true. For Allah, he made the one he wants sick. The Muslim believe in destiny. Allah, he made the one who you want to be sick, and Allah, he want the one who would want him to be healthy. And transmittive disease does not exist. But this guy now will quote for us saying the following.
So every single state, every single city, almost all the countries in the world, they are in a state of lockdown. You know, if you look at the history of the infections, initially in the Western countries, this is Europe, right? I'm just going to spend maybe 2-3 minutes on this. One of the biggest calamity in the history of humanity, it happened in 1347 in Europe, known as the Black Death.
That's false. That's false. You see, the Muslims, when they quote for you numbers, because nobody counting the numbers in the Middle East. As an example, right now, if you go and check in Egypt how many cases they have, they will tell you we have 20. If you go to Iran, they will say we have 3,000. But everybody knows that hundreds of thousands are dying there. Those countries, they never share the truth, and nobody even count their numbers, and nobody accept their numbers. If we go right now, he will say to you that Europe was infected. This is true. But actually, in the Middle East, in Islamic countries, disaster hit extremely, including the city of Medina, which Muhammad, the false prophet, he promised that his God Allah said the city will never have a plague or transmittive disease. For simply he don't believe in transmittive disease anyway. Look what he said. The hadith said, Mawtan Dhariyan. Let us see. Read carefully. They lie to you. We have history recording what happened in Europe, because Europe is a very important location and nobody cares really what happened in the Middle East. But this is your Islamic books. Once I went to Medina, where there was an outbreak of disease and people were dying rapidly. I was sitting with Umar and a funeral processing passed by. The people praised the disease. Umar said it was being a firm paradise. Then another funeral passing by. Look how many funerals, one after one, one after one, one after one. People are dying left and right. And those liars, they say to us, oh, in Europe, because the Europeans are not following Prophet Muhammad, they were dying. You idiot. Until now, the population of Saudi Arabia is not even 20 million, including the foreign employees. What happened to them? Where are they? Why the number of the population of Saudi Arabia? It's almost in the size of Europe. 1 million kilometers. Where is the population? The answer is there. Either by diseases or by war, for the Muslims cannot live in peace and they kill each other as usual. Now let us cut the crap. I'm not going to play the rest of his video. As long as he speak about washing, let me move a little bit where he speak about washing, so we can, I'm not going to watch the whole thing. I want to see the advice. Okay. Yeah, we got you busted in this one. Your prophet don't believe in such a thing. Go trillion grams, and okay, 100,000 species of bacteria and fungus or what?
Or anything else, any various types of bacteria.
From the hair, from the top of our head all the way to the big toe and the nails, right, of the big toe. We are teeming with bacteria. I mean, not to scare anybody, that's how it is. Every single animal, every single tree, every single rock, for example, the whole earth, and yes, the human bodies. This is the way the creator has made it. But not every bacteria is a bad bacteria, right? Many of them are bacteria which are beneficial to us. There are many which are living inside our gut. So these are all healthy bacteria, but then they are also harmful bacteria.
Where we can find the bad
what is the
bacteria?
solution? What is the preventive measure that
What-
Islam has given to us?
Tell us, please.
So let's proceed really quickly. Then we want to take as many questions as possible from our listeners, right? Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Now, our hair itself, our head, our hair. If we don't take care of our hair loss can be, infection and coarse or thin hair, stunt in hair growth. All of this happens if we don't properly cleanse and or comb our hair. This is just a fact.
Hair. Question, Dr. Sabeel. Was your prophet infected with lice? Let us see the hadith and then we will know what was happening to the hair of the prophet. Because as we knew that lice is a very harmful creatures who they transmit disease to you, and in the same time they destroy the skin of your head and you will lose your hair. So let us see what Muhammad was suffering from. Let us see how clean his hair was. Let us see. The hadith is the first one, but I'm trying to search for the. Let us see. Let us read the first one. It's okay. Read with me, brother. Yahya related to me from Malik, from Ishaq, from Anas ibn Malik, said, when the Messenger of Allah, may Allah pray on him and salute him, grant him peace, went to Qibla, visit Haram. So he visited this woman and she fed him. Haram was the wife of Ubadah ibn as-Samt. One day, or a summit, one day the Messenger of Allah, may Allah please with him, grant him peace, he called on her. She fed him and she sat down to delouse his hair. To do what? To take the lice from your prophet hair. And you are telling us about how to keep our hair healthy? And you are saying that most of the bacteria is in the hair because we are not keeping our hair healthy? So what about a person who his head is full of lice? And by the way, not only Muhammad was full of lice, all the Muslims in the time of Muhammad, they were full of lice. If I type the word qamal, which means lice, here, you will see English hadith about Muslims are infected with lice. Look, the lice is failing over their face. Do you see it? Do you see it? All of this about lice. All of this. All of them, they are infected heavily with lice. That is telling us how clean they used to be. Actually, Muhammad, he claimed that Allah, he targeted the prophet with lies. Look how many hadith. I can show you thousands of them. Look, all of those I can just scroll down. All of it is nothing but about lies. Have these lies troubled you? Oh boy. Let me find you the hadith about Allah, he target the prophets by lies. But let me see if I can find it first in English. There's a hadith where a man, he put his hand over Muhammad, and Muhammad having a very tough fever, corona, and the lice is all over him. Let us see. Yeah, look like we will not find it in English. Let us see. maybe this one. Let us see. I hope all of you will download this video and share it with your friends, because those liars, they are trying to deceive as many as they can, and we have a duty. We have a duty to expose them. Here we go. Here we go. This is one of the hadith. This is Sahih. As you see, Sahih. They cannot say it's weak. And a man, he entered to Muhammad, and he placed his hands on him. It says here, Abu Sa'id al-Khudri reported that he came to the Messenger of Allah, and while he had a fever. So who is the one who had a fever? Muhammad. He had a covering cover him, and he placed his hand on him and discovered that it was hot above the covering. Even the cover is so hot above the covering. Imagine. Abu Sa'id explained how hot you are, your favor, Messenger of Allah. Like the guy, like, what? You are so hot, man. He said, we are like that. The affliction is so hard on us, but the reward is double for us. He said, Messenger of Allah, which people have greatest affliction? He said, Muhammad saying, the prophets, and then the righteous. So Muhammad is not righteous, the prophet are not righteous, because if the prophet are righteous, then you don't say the prophet and the righteous. The prophet and the righteous one. One of them was tested by poverty, so the righteous are tested by poverty. In such an extent, he only find a rope to cover himself. And the other one, he was tested by fleas. This is the prophet. Until they killed him. Do you see it? In different hadith in Arabic, it says, Inna ma'ashar al-anbiya yudha'ifu lana al-bala'. We, the prophet, Allah, he increased the trouble on us. And what is the trouble? Al-qaml. And the hadith in Arabic, actually, but as you see, I cannot find it here. But it is here in the front of me. I found it in Arabic. It's the same, actually. It's the same hadith, but here it says it clearly that we, the prophet, Allah, he increased our trouble. And one of us, the prophet, he will be trouble with the fleas until the fleas killed him. Here in the translation, they changed the translation. And I cannot find in English the same exact thing. As you see, if I translate to English, let us see if I can translate to English. Hold on. In the front of your eyes, you will see it says that the prophet are troubled with Google saying translate from Swedish. What's Swedish? This is Swedish now for you. Stupid Google. Stupid Google. Choose another language. Okay, Arabic. Google figure out that Arabic is a Swedish. Yeah. And he is now translating Swedish to Arabic. What? I know what's happening. Choose another language. No, translate to English, man. Anyway, like, I mean, I mean, English. Where is the English? Okay, English. And let me switch, translate. And how we change this Swedish thing? I don't know how in the world I am stuck with the Swedish. Why it says Swedish? Choose, translate to Swedish. Never translate to Swedish. Never translate the seed. This page is not Swedish. Okay, finally. All right. Finally, we got the correct language. All right. Look what the Google translation said. The man, he put his hand in the prophet, and he found him have a very high fever. And the prophet said, verily, O prophet, double us of our affliction, double, and double reward for the prophet. Even to the point that the prophet are killed by the affliction with lice. Do you see it? Do you see it? This is Google translation. So those idiots, they are teaching us about hair loss. It is because of bacteria. If you don't have healthy hair because you have bacteria. We are talking about lice. Your prophet is full of lies. And yet they are giving us speeches about how to clean yourself from bacteria. There's healthy bacteria and bad bacteria. Let us move a little bit. See if you want to give us more advice.
Proper hygiene of the head, of the hair, and proper combing and proper washing. And obviously, when we Muslims, when we do the ablution 5 times a day, we also cleanse our hair, right? We do. So not only we are supposed to properly keep our hair nice and clean by combing, we are supposed to actually cleanse our hair at least, yes, when we do the must.
That's a lie, because wiping your hand over your hair will not clean it. Now let me spank you on your ass, you idiot. Let me use the word ass because you deserve it. This is how your prophet, he cleaned himself, and this is how you Muslims follow his steps. You are a big fat liar and you have no dignity. This is how Muhammad, he cleaned himself. And I challenge any Muslim to make a video, and I challenge this filthy idiot liar to make a video to teach us how the prophet was doing this. Muhammad is having a shower with dead dogs and women blood from period. And as you see, all of this is sahih. I passed by the Prophet of Allah. Is this hadith is weak? No, sahih. And this is the hadith number, as you see in the screen. I passed by the Prophet when he was performing wudu. What wudu mean? Ablution. From the well of Bid'ah. The well of Bid'ah is not really a well. It's a hole where it's called Bid'ah, which means garbage. It's a Bid'ah. And look what the guy said to him, confirming what I'm saying. Are you? The Muslim guy was walking by. Are you performing ablution from it when garbage was thrown in it? And in fact, it doesn't say garbage, it says an-natin. And-natin, what is natin? Natin, the stinky things. Which means not only garbage, because garbage, they don't stink right away. You know what I mean? If you throw some food, it doesn't stink right away. It doesn't say in Arabic garbage. It says the stink. Here we go. The Arabic in the front of me, I changed any Muslim to say it's a lie. And nothing. So he asked him, you are doing this? And based on the Muslim translation, Muhammad is taking a shower literally with garbage. In other hadith, they explain more how dirty this thing is. Look what it says. People ask Messenger of Allah, can we perform ablution out of the well of Bid'ah, which is well into which menstrual clothes and dead dogs and stinky things were thrown in? He replied, water is pure and nothing make it impure. So you see it, and this is sahih. So this liar, he is teaching you hygiene of Islam. Please call us, ask him. I wish I know that this program when it was live, so we will call him. I will be happy to call him the coward, the liar. This is how your prophet, he take hygiene seriously. And we are talking about how, because the Muslim, they might say to you, it's a well of water, the water is running. This is not running water. This is why they are throwing garbage. This is a water coming from outside. This is sewage water, let's say. Water come out from the houses, go to a lower spot in the town, and that is bi'ru bida. It is not a well where people take water from it. And remember, this is Mecca. No, this is the desert. They will never throw garbage in a good water which they can drink. The water issue there is a serious issue. Nobody will misuse the water because they are in the desert. People used to go and have war over a spring of water if there's somebody have a water or well of water. So this is at the garbage place where garbage water come in, and here you will see even the Muslim, they measure it for us. And I'm very thankful for them, because Muslim can say, oh, it was big. Oh, it was in the size of a swimming pool. Look how big it is. And this is Sahih Hadith, Abu Dawood, Hadith number 67. I measured the breadth of the well of Bida, which with my sheet. This is how easy his own clothing. I stretch over it. I then measure it with the hand. It measured 60 cubit in a breadth. And then I asked the man who opened the door in the garden. There's a person who is there, you know. He said, he asked him about the condition of this well. Does it change from the original as it used to be in the past? He said no. And he said, I saw the color of the water of this well had changed. It's a bad water. So it's a small jacuzzi, little tiny jacuzzi, and it's full of what? The same page it says to us. I heard that Allah, the people asked the Prophet, water is brought for you from the well of Bida, which dead dogs and menstrual clothes, an excrement of people are thrown in. The messenger said, water, verily, verily, water is pure, nothing make it impure. This is the one you are asking me to follow so we can fight coronavirus. Aren't you ashamed of yourself, Sabeel? A man who is showering with dead dogs, a man who don't wash after sex or before sex, a man who don't wash his hand before he eat and after he eat. Actually, Muhammad, he used to go and do shit, excuse my language, and yet he don't wash. Let us see if we can find some hadith. We cannot find this one here. Let's see. But I can search the hadith in Arabic and I can find it, no problem. Maybe in English we will not find it here, no problem. Let us see. All right. Actually, I have the hadith in front of me, but I want this is Google page. You cannot translate using Google in Google page. Well, look, I found the hadith in the CIA website. Let us not to go to the CIA because this is PDF. Yeah, this is PDF file in CIA website. Well, hold on. Which hadith is that? Oh boy. Oh mommy. Oh mommy, mommy blue. Oh mommy blue. Look what I found, Muslims. انتهينا إلى غدير فإذا فيه جيفة حمار فقال فكففنا عنه حتى انتهى إلينا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فقال إن الماء لا ينجسه شيء. What is that? They found a dead donkey in the water, so they stayed away. Dead donkey in the water. And then when the Prophet came, and this is hadith number 200898, the Muslim, they will say to you, this is from Sharh Ibn Majah. This is da'if, they will say to you. Let us see. I'm trying to find the hadith which I was looking for. I wasn't looking for the donkey one, by the way. It came in my way, but I wasn't looking for it really. Let us see. Where is the hadith I'm looking for? Okay. Okay, here we go. I think we found it. Let us see. It's in Arabic, but no problem. At least, you know, we can use Google Translation, peace upon him. This is the hadith. And this is the website of what? جامع السنة وشروحها. You know, I have nothing to do with it. جامع الترمذي, this is the book. And hadith raqam, you will see in front of you in the screen. You see the number. And then I will click translate in English. All right, let us see what it says here. إن رسول الله, Ibn Abbas, the cousin of Muhammad, said, تبرز ثم خرج فطعم ولم يمس الماء. The Prophet, he did his shit, and then he went, and he did not touch water. And this is Sahih. Translate to Google. No? I will translate. And then here it says, before we translate, that the Prophet used to sleep, and after having sex, توضأ, he did ablution, and wudu'uhu للصلاة إذا كان يأكل يغسل يديه. Okay, yeah, this is like this one here. She is not talking about like he had sex and then he did ablution. But here it says that the Prophet used to do his shit and he never touched water. Let us translate to English. Maybe I need to go up so I can translate. You know, those, they have like a script in the page. I translate to English. All right. Let us see what it says. He came out. You see, the translation here is funny. After he did his shit, is coming as come out. Aftam, what aftam? And he did not touch water, and he did not wash. This is the Prophet of Allah. And as you see, I'm just going over, I mean, Muslim website. You see, this is Hadith Portal. I went there, and now it's translated into English translation. All right. Oh boy. How many things we need to show so a Muslim can see that Muhammad is nothing but a fraud? What kind of a prophet he do what he is doing? Jumping in the water, have dead dogs, women blood from period. Muhammad, he said as an example that if a piece of your food fell into the ground, grab it from the ground, wipe it with your hand, and eat it. Oh, okay. Let us see this one. We cannot find it in English. There's tons of hadith. We cannot find them in English. Let us see. Another one. This one cannot be found in English too. Okay, let's see. Let us see this one. You see, this is the issue, like, because Islam source all in Arabic. Yeah, we cannot find this one too, cannot be found. Let us see the hadith about if the food fell down on the ground. And let us see how that can be useful. And for sure, the Muslim, they will say to you, this is not, we don't accept this hadith. But they cannot, because this is in the authentic books. Allah Apostle is saying, the Satan is present with any one of you in anything he does. He present even when he eat food. So if any of you drop a mouthful, he should remove away anything filthy and on it and eat it. And you are telling us about hygiene. Eat it. In different hadith, Muhammad, he said, after you eat, you have to lick your fingers or let somebody lick it for you. And for sure, this will fight corona very much. And this is sahih. Do you see it? The Prophet said, when you eat, do not wipe your hand till you lick it or had it licked by somebody else. So if Sabeel is in a restaurant and he finished eating, he don't eat with the fork. He should not eat with the spoon. He should eat with his hands. And after he finished eating with his hand, he have to lick his fingers, or he give his finger to his wife or to his slave so she can lick it. And actually in different hadith it says slave. It says clearly slave. And you see, the Muslim, they might say to you, oh, we don't agree with it. It says agreed upon. Do you see? It says agreed upon, because anything is embarrassing. The Muslim, they say we don't agree upon. Even in their stupid website, in their false translation, they say agreed upon. All Muslims agreed upon. And brother, this is the best way to fight coronavirus. Isn't it obvious? What do you want more than this to fight coronavirus? So Muhammad don't believe that there is a transmitted diseases. That's why he said. Actually, there's a hadith. Hold on. Just to tell you how Muhammad he think. Muhammad is an idiot. Once he saw a bunch of Arab, like there is male tree and female tree. So those Arab, they knew, they are not really that ignorant. They knew that there is a male tree and female tree. So what they do, they take branches from the male tree and they put it between the branches of the female tree, so the pollen will go and make the tree have a fruit. What Muhammad he said to them? He said, no, there is no such a thing. Let me see if I can find you the hadith. No, this is not true, brother. This is not true. There is no such a thing. And Muhammad, he knew what he's talking about. I mean, come on, Muhammad if Muhammad is saying no, it's mean no. I mean, take it or leave it. Let's see. I hope I can find this hadith. I just remember it, so I will see if I can find it, because it's funny. So Muhammad told them, don't do that. He told those people, don't do like mix between the male and female, because there's no need. There's no need for this. And then all those trees, they had no fruit. Let me see if I can find it. Oh man. Yeah, sometimes those hadith you will have difficulty, I think, to find, but I like to find something I said. Let us see. Where we can find it. I'm just trying to remember this is how I memorize the hadith. I don't really memorize the numbers. It's impossible, I memorize the statements. So in order to get the whole hadith, you have to get at least, like, let's say 5-6 words in line together perfectly. I'm just trying to remember. It's going to be, see, sometimes, like, you remember, I mean, you remember it, but I'm sure after I finish podcast, it's going to come to my head, but I will try. Man. Yeah, I can't remember the exact sentence. Let me see. Maybe I just grab something in my memory. I just grab few words from the hadith. Maybe that will work. Just give me a minute. If I don't find it, we will skip it. All right, I think we found it. Let us see. Um, all right. See, I'm getting old. Eh, I cannot find it in English too, but I found the hadith actually. Let me show you the. Uh, all right, I will put it in the screen. Give me a second, and I will translate to English. I hope you can translate this page. All right, so this is here. Let us put it in the screen. Finally, this is a hadith mentioned by Muhammad, and this is here is about actually about a guy. He's asking a question here about that the Prophet said there is no disease transmitted from person to person is not exist. That is not true. So the person is asking why the Prophet he said that, but this is not. I mean, obviously, it's not true. You know. And here the Muslims trying to explain. He says the Prophet he say things sometimes is not from Allah. It's his own guessing. His own guessing. This is not from Allah. And he said, he gave an example. He said actually here, he says that as an example, once he saw a bunch of people, they are mixing between the male tree and the female tree, and he said to them, "Ma ara law taraktumuh yadurru shay." He said to them, "You do not need to do that. Just leave it. No bad will happen." Which means still they will have their fruits. So they follow his advice. فَتَرَكُوهُ فَجَاءَ شِيصًا. They left it, and the fruit, there's no fruits. The trees did not give a fruit. If we make the translate to English, I don't think English will be able to translate such a language. But you will see here. So he saw them mixing the trees together, palm trees, and he said to them to do fermentation, and he said, "What is this?" They told him that this is very to make them have a fruit. He said, "I don't see any harmful without if you don't do that. Leave it." You said even in Google translation, which is silly translation, even there it's coming clear. So Muhammad obviously is a scumbag. He claimed that he is earning knowledge from God, and then when he say things, it doesn't happen. It's not true. The Muslim, they say, "Oh, this is the Prophet at the end of the day is a human." So when he is a human, when he's God, don't he knew that he should not open his mouth unless he knew what he's talking about? Here we go. He advised them not to do that. Don't mix the pollen of the male with the flowers of the females. There is no need for that. So they left the trees without doing it because the Prophet said there's no need. And then all the trees came without fruits. And the same what happened to Muhammad when he said that water is always pure, nothing make it impure. Is it true that the water is always pure? Absolutely false. Who in the world will believe in such a garbage? The Muslim, they will say to you, the Prophet, he ordered us to cover our mouth. And this is because of hygiene, to spread viruses from spread. But Muhammad, he gave different reason for that, which is nothing but fairy tales. That the reason you have to cover your mouth, he said that is sneezing from Allah. And all of us, we knew that Corona will spread by sneezing. Like your number one fear will be if you go in an elevator or a car and somebody have Corona, start sneezing. But Muhammad is claiming that sneezing is good. It is from Allah, and Allah, he loves those who sneeze. Read carefully. And indeed Allah loved the sneeze, and he disliked the yawn. So when a man says when he yawn, indeed shaitan laugh from inside his opening. And look, the Muslims, let me search, hold on, let me give me a second, just to show you the false articles Muslim they made about their prophet. I will search in Google, let me try this. The prophet order, Prophet Muhammad order, let's see, prophet, just to show you how they try to fool you. Muhammad order to cover the mouth. I just search for that in Google. I will see what I will get. Yeah, look what I found. Endless articles. Look at this, guys. Let me show you. Personal hygiene. The website is called About Islam, and they have a picture for you of a guy sneezing. Do you see it? Okay. The hygiene of the Prophet, cough and sneezing. When we examine the practice of the Prophet, we can easily discover Islamic attitude to sneezing. Okay, how we can examine that? Let us go to 2. Where is the reference to? It doesn't move. Hand washing, we show you that. Dental hygiene, yeah. This is 2. Where is the sneezing thing? Yeah. You see, I mean, dental hygiene. The Prophet teach you dental hygiene. A stick will go from a mouth to a mouth to a mouth. This is dental hygiene. Hand washing, we know we can. When coughing and sneezing or yawning, a Muslim cover his mouth and his nose with his hand, with what? Or a tissue. But you see how they lie to you. He didn't tell you why. When you read this, you will say, okay, Islam teach that you cover your hand, you cover your mouth, and this is very healthy teaching. The Prophet, how he knew that disease can transform from a person to a person. The fact sneezing, as we showed you, is from Allah. Is not going to transmit a disease. Allah will not let the disease transmit, because He is the one who made you sneezing, and He make the Muslim sneeze, as we showed you in the hadith. Do you see it? So they quote for you, like I saw an article before, and I made a video about it actually, if you remember. They made a big article about the Prophet of Allah, how he advised Muslims to put their hand and cover their mouth when they are yawning or sneezing. The fact, no. The fact, no. The Prophet, he ordered you, supposedly the false prophet, to cover your mouth when you are yawning only, not when you are sneezing, because shaitan only enter your mouth when you are yawning. And in fact, sneezing will spread way more saliva from your mouth from yawning. So a Muslim should not cover his mouth when he sneezes, for Allah indeed love sneezing. Allah, he loves sneeze. I mean, have you ever heard of a God he loves sneezing? Can a Muslim ask Muhammad why Allah he loves sneezing? How this can be from God? And why you cover your hand when you do yawning only? Why? Because if you don't put your hand, shaitan he love from inside your opening. So you open your mouth, shaitan will jump inside. Ha 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 ha. I mean, what shaitan is? I mean, what this guy is talking about? Muslim, they believe that shaitan can have sex with their wives. How he is so small? He sleep in your nose, he piss in your ears, and he jump inside your mouth. Yet he can have sex with your wife. I mean, if he can sleep in your nose and you don't feel him, how small his penis is? I mean, how small is he? Yet he can have sex with your wife. This is the madness of Muhammad. How Muhammad, he said he tied shaitan to the column of the mosque. if he can go inside your mouth and you don't feel him? So if you follow actually the hygiene of the Prophet of Allah, you will end dead by corona. For Muhammad, as you see, he takes shower with dead dogs, women blood from period. Muhammad himself is full of lies. And Muhammad, he said that the city of Medina, no disease will enter it. And as you see, Medina, right after Muhammad's death, in the time of Umar, tens of thousands was dying in Medina, and hundreds of thousands were dying all over the Middle East, including Syria and Iraq and all this territory. To the point, even the prince of the Muslims, Ibn Jarrah, in Syria, he died from the same disease. This is how they try to fool you and lie to you in order to make you believe Islam comes with something good. Muhammad actually, when he have sex, after he finished sex, he dry his hands on the wall. Have you ever heard of somebody dry his hands on the wall after sex? Muhammad, not only that, he never have a problem when dogs come inside his mosque, inside his holy mosque, and they piss in the middle of the mosque, and he never sprinkle water on it. Do you see it? And this is Sahih, this is Al-Bukhari. Read carefully. My father said during the lifetime of Allah Apostle, dogs used to urinate and pass through the mosque, come and go. Nevertheless, they never used to sprinkle water on it. Not only that, a man, he entered the mosque and he pissed in the middle of the mosque. But Muhammad did, he said, let him finish. Do you believe it? And the funny, Muhammad, he claimed that dogs are dirty. Yet dogs go inside the mosque and they spray the whole mosque with their piss, and then they don't even clean after it. So what kind of mosque this mosque is? If you remember, there's a hadith says that the angel of Allah could not enter the house of Muhammad because there was a dead dog under his bed, and the angel did not enter for a long time. Okay, how a dead dog under your bed and you did not feel it, Muhammad? I mean, how filthy the house of Muhammad, to the point he did not notice that there's a dead dog in his house under his bed. Have you ever heard? You see, if little tiny bird die in your house will stink. The whole house will stink. How this man Muhammad, he did not notice? And Jibreel will not enter the house unless there is no dogs. So a dog entered the house, and angels cannot enter the house, but yet dogs enter the house of Allah, and they piss, and Allah have no problem, and His Prophet have no problem. The Prophet says angels do not enter a house which there is dog or there is a picture. Actually, Muhammad, he claimed that if you eat garlic or onion, you are not welcome in his mosque. And you know, in the time of Corona, I advise all of you to eat those kind of vegetables. Garlic. Actually, I got just yesterday something called horseradish. I don't know if you know it. It's very healthy, very useful for your immune system. But Muhammad, he have different idea. Allah get offended by the garlic, onion, and all those very healthy, as you see, all those healthy plants, which is very, very good for your immune system. It's natural antibiotic. If you eat any of them, Allah will be upset from you. Angels will be upset from you. It's an offense against God. Eating garlic, eating onion, or any other plant from the same family. As you see, he mentioned to you actually numbers. The one who eat, if you eat leek, why if I eat leek, Allah will be offended? Why Allah will be offended if I eat from those plants? He who eat from this plant, actually he didn't say plant, he said tree. Tree, the garlic is a tree. Plant, let him not not to hurt us in our mosque. He don't enter the mosque. So if a Muslim he go to the mosque 5 times a day, he will never eat garlic all his life. He will never eat onion all his life. Is that a healthy advice? Even don't get close to us, and don't eat with us, and don't sit with us, and don't pray with us. Don't even get near me. Do you see? And here he is counting for you. He said garlic, and then he said garlic, onion, and leek, and let him not to approach our mosque. So my friend, those people, they are a bunch of liars. They have no dignity, and they are trying to fool you. Islam, not only it's a violent cult, disgusting cult, teaching you to beat your wife, abuse the children, have sex with the children, teaching you to hate others, kill them, fight them wherever you find them, teaching you that Christians and non-Muslims are najis, as the Quran says, that they are not allowed to enter the city of Mecca and Medina. That's why until now in the year 2020, there's signs in the highway. It says Muslims only. Actually, let me show you the pictures so people will not say I'm making things up. Muslims only. And I saw some articles from CNN making fun of those who claim that Muslims believe in Muslim only, saying there's no such a thing. Never trust those false media. They are a bunch of scumbag liars. The pictures is there taken by Muslims, and anyone who works in Saudi Arabia can see it. Muslim only. Do you see it? All those signs, and CNN did not see them. For sure they will not see them. But if you are a Christian and you make such a sign, CNN will be all over you. If there is somebody, he is a child molester and he was a priest, CNN will talk about him 24 hours, 7 days a week. But if he's a Muslim imam, they never talk. I never heard of CNN talking about a Muslim imam on TV who is a child molester. But if you go and search in Google right now, we will find tons of thousands of them, starting from their prophet. Muslim only highway. And they say to you, this is not true. And this is in the Quran. Because the Quran says to them, you will not allow them to enter those areas, for non-Muslims are filthy dirty. Imagine if we have a sign in the highway in New York, it says Christian only, Jewish only, Muslim only. What a garbage cult. The Muslim, they will make fun. Oh my Allah. Look how racist they are, brother. Allahu Akbar, brother. This is your religion. This is your garbage. And this is your lies. And we got you busted. I want to say thank you guys for being here. Please don't forget to download the video. This video will be taken down a few hours from now. I will give you a chance just to download it. And those who download the video first, I will try to download the video in high resolution so I can post it in my Patreon for you. So people, they can join there. And I want to say thank you for all of you being here. I will try to be on air tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow I will try to be in the morning maybe. And in the Arabian Prophet until I see you soon, God is willing, if I can. If we wake up in the morning and we are healthy, and may the Lord bless you all, keep you in good health and wealth. But please don't practice the hygiene of the Prophet. Don't take shower with dead dogs and women blood from period and garbage. Don't grab a piece of food, fail it from your mouth in the ground in the street and eat it. Don't let somebody lick your fingers. Don't be careful not to have lice like the Prophet in his head. Don't. The Prophet, even, I forgot to mention this, the Prophet, he used to clean his ass with the 3 rocks. Don't do that. Don't. And don't, after you finish having sex, don't dry your hands as the Prophet do in your wall. Otherwise, we will have Picasso image in your. I mean, you can imagine what we have in the bedroom of Muhammad. Have you ever heard of a guy? He dry his hands in the wall. In the wall. Man, oh man. And they say to us, brother, the best advice is the Prophet advice to fight Corona. The biggest Corona is Muhammad himself, and we are here to expose his lies. If you notice, if you calculate the number of those who die in Corona and those who die in the name of Allah just in the last month, you will find that Corona did not kill, not even 1% of the number of those who have been killed in the name of Allah. So which one is more dangerous? Quran is the biggest Corona. And by the way, the Muslims, they say that the Quran have a miracle of number 19. Is it true? Okay, Quran 19. Here we go. Have fun. Thank you guys for being here. May the Lord bless you. Please don't forget to download the video. Until we see you tomorrow, God is willing, if I can, in the morning, in the Arabian Prophet. Until then, good day, good night, and God bless. Christ is Lord, Islam is false, and this is how we get them busted. Take care.